himself and just rolls with it. Cell challenges Vegeta once again and attacks him, but Vegeta is just dodging the attacks like they're nothing. Cell is getting infuriated and powers up. Vegeta just rushes Cell, and with a simple gut punch, he manages to hurt Cell enough he spits 18 back out. But Vegeta isn't done, yet as Cell receives yet another gut punch, but this time it goes straight through Cell. With now mostly defeated Cell, Vegeta starts powering up a Gallic gun. Cell asks Vegeta not to kill him, but Vegeta isn't listening. His overthinking has weakened him quite a bit, so without thinking any further, he fires it at Cell. Cell is now defeated. Vegeta drops out of it and questions himself what that was. Everyone else just came to Vegeta impressed and asked what that was, but he's not sure himself and gives them a disappointing answer. They get back to the lookout and waited for Goku and Gohan to get out of the chamber. Vegeta is in the back, pondering and thinking about that power and how he can achieve it again. Thinking about the feeling and what he felt before and what he was thinking back there, he goes down to the ground and tries what he thinks is the trick. As he closes his eyes, he imagines being separated from his body and focusing his energy. That obviously doesn't work because, well, he's thinking excessively. Try as he might, he just can't get a hold of that power. He goes back up just in time for Goku to get out.
Kakarot, come with me. I have something to show you if it... What's that? You're in Super Saiyan. Why?
I figured out how to stay in Super Saiyan without any body strain.
Oh wow, that's great and all, but I need you right now.
Goku, being confused, asks about Cell, and everyone in one voice says Vegeta did it. Trunks continues it, saying he transformed into something even he doesn't know.
And that's exactly why I need you, Kakarot. Follow me.
Vegeta flies down and Goku just follows in utter confusion. Touching down, Vegeta speaks.
Kakarot, I'm gonna dodge your attacks. Don't hold back your speed and strength.
Vegeta then closes his eyes and Goku abides and starts attacking Vegeta. At first, Vegeta starts dodging based on his energy sensing abilities and also gets hit a bunch of times. Vegeta then calms his mind, and with that was just the right trick for Vegeta to start tapping in the form. He realized he isn't really dodging himself. He opens his eyes and, along with his glowing, attains Ultra Instinct and starts dodging without thinking. Goku stops attacking and just looks on. Vegeta then powers up and Goku just looks on at what form that is and is amazed by sheer pressure of that form. Everyone on the lookout sense Vegeta too, and they then go down to look. Even Popo comes down to see the form. Goku then attacked Vegeta and he dodged every punch, kick, and basically every attack Goku threw at him. Vegeta finally got the trick to attaining it on his own, and with that, he just attacks Goku, punching him square in the face while Goku didn't even notice him get to him. Goku just dropped like a fly, and with that, Vegeta won the battle. He dropped out of Ultra Instinct and tried going into it again to try out his theory on entering the state, and he succeeds without any problems. With that, Vegeta's attitude has completely changed. He's much less prideful and smug, but he is his prince, so he still has the pride. With all that, Cell was defeated for good, and Earth is safe. But in 7 years, a new terror will attack Earth, and that terror will be unlike anything else. It's been 7 years since the Cell Saga, and also when Vegeta attained Ultra Instinct. He trained it so he can utilize the offense without making him fall out of it, and also trained so it doesn't have that much of a strain on his body, so it lasts longer. Since Goku never died due to Vegeta killing Cell, we don't have him training on Kaio's planet. Gohan is still going to high school, gets exposed by Videl, and their love evolves from there. Videl proposes Gohan joins in the Tenkaichi Budokai, and he obliges because he was being threatened by Videl. And so, the rest of the Z Fighters joining on the tournament because they heard of it. Goku was training hard to surpass Vegeta, but not because of an obsession. It's because in case Vegeta goes evil again, and as you'll see later on, it will come out true. We skip a bit forward to the beginning of the tournament and all that. Kids division goes by just like in the original. They meet Kaioshin and all that, and they get introduced to his plan. And so does the adult division until the point Gohan's energy has been stolen. Vegeta doesn't care on the outside, but knows shit's about to go down from the inside. Once Yamu and Spopovich dip out of there, they follow at a distance. From this point on, everything goes as in the original, up to the point where Babidi starts taking over Vegeta's mind. Everybody notices Vegeta is in pain, but only Kaioshin knew what's going on and told Vegeta that past is past and he's not like that anymore. Vegeta just knocks Kaioshin off him, and with that, he becomes Majin Vegeta. Babidi teleports all of them back to the Tenkaichi Budokai grounds, and Vegeta is more than happy to kill everyone there. The reason behind the transformation into a Majin is surprisingly silly, but makes sense. Vegeta tells Goku how their race could have been still alive and all he had to do was destroy Earthlings, and they would have prevailed from Frieza's hands. When Vegeta started taunting him more by destroying the stadium bit by bit, which makes Goku say he will fight him even though he knows he'll lose, but also knows he has a trick up his sleeves. They get teleported to desert plains and they start fighting from there. Goku, knowing he will lose, whips out his Super Saiyan 3 to catch him by surprise. Vegeta is surprised and mad at first, but knows he has an ace and he tries to attain Ultra Instinct. But it does nothing. The reason behind it is because of Babidi and his control. Vegeta is thinking of too much due to that. He tries hard but just can't do it. Vegeta is now in a snag as he transforms into Super Saiyan 2, surprising Goku. They then started fighting, and after a while, Goku realized he can't keep up Super Saiyan 3 for very long, so he goes back to Super Saiyan 2 and they continue to fight. Back at the ship, they fight Babidi and Dabura, and the machine has reached its peak. Gohan fires a Kamehameha at the sealed ball, and it seems the wave did the trick, until the smoke starts puffing from within the ball, forming Majin Buu. They fought hard against Buu, but all they got was Gohan almost dead and Shin knocked out. Back with Goku and Vegeta. One thing why Vegeta has the advantage is that Goku lost quite a lot of energy using Super Saiyan 3, so he beats Goku then and there. One thing he has also realized is Majin Buu's power, and then goes to the location. Upon arrival, he sees Buu and starts verbally abusing him, making Buu explode and badly injure Vegeta. Note that Vegeta is more powerful than the original due to training Ultra Instinct and all that. He fires a final flash, but it does no damage as Buu regenerates. And this is where final atonement comes into play. He hugs Trunks and then knocks him out, same with Goten, and then goes out to self-destroy himself to save Earth. He puts all his power into his attack and then self-destructs, dying in the process. From this point on, everything goes out as in the original. Goku wakes up and notices Vegeta is gone along with his energy. But Buu is still there, so he goes to fight Buu with the Super Saiyan 3 to try and stall them enough so that Trunks can get the radar. He proves more of a challenge, but Buu keeps on regenerating. They then get back to the lookout and restore everything back to normal. They then bicker whether they should bring Vegeta back since he might still be evil. So Goku visits Yema and asks around both Vegeta and Gohan. Yema says his evil intent is gone with his death, and with good news, Goku was about to instant transmission back, but he then sensed a very familiar power, very far away. Goku then instant transmissions back to Earth to give them the good news, and they proceed with that. Goku instant transmissions back so he can sense the energy again, and this time it's even more powerful, and with that he instant transmissions there. He arrives on Kaioshin's planet and Gohan nearly cuts his head off with the Z-Sword. Goku looks on to see Gohan is taken to the Kaioshin realm, and it will take him a whole lot longer to break the Z-Sword. And since Goku never died, he didn't pick up the fusion dance from Metamorans, and so Goten and Trunks don't fuse into Gotenks. Back on Earth, they used the second wish to bring back Vegeta, but after the wish was made, they remembered Gohan. Once Vegeta was back to life, he fled to the highest power level, only to find Buu alive and well, making his house. Vegeta is shocked and goes to alert the others. He does it and everyone else at the lookout is terrified and scared. Vegeta then decides he's their best bet at victory, so he goes to defeat Boo. He arrives at Boo's house and sees Mr. Satan cooking for him. He also notices the army about to attack, almost killing Bee. Boo snaps and rushes them. Vegeta activates his Ultra Instinct now that he can and goes to do a surprise attack on Boo. Before he can, he starts screaming and Vegeta gets taken aback by that. He wonders what's happening as he observes the situation. Boo then splits into what looks like normal Fat Boo and Skinny Boo. We know that Boo just expelled evil from within, known as Evil Boo. Evil Boo turns his attention to Good Boo and they start fighting. It's obvious Good Boo is gonna lose because he expelled evil from within, considering a massive chunk of energy that goes along with it. Evil Boo then turns Boo into chocolate and with that, turns into Super Boo. Vegeta, utterly confused by the situation, tries to let it all sink in. Boo notices Vegeta and is surprised he survived. Vegeta keeps his composure, saying his death was a necessary sacrifice to let him achieve Ultra Instinct again, and with that, their battle began. Vegeta is holding his own very well. I mean, this is Ultra Instinct we're talking about. Back with Goku and Gohan, Goku threw a Kachin square at Gohan for him to slice it, and he broke the Z-Sword, unleashing Ro Kaioshin. Goku acts like his usual self and trolls the old Kaioshin. Ro Kaioshin then says he has the power to unleash one's potential, and so Gohan was picked for it. While the ritual is happening, Kaioshin is looking in his crystal ball to survey the condition of the earth, but then freezes as he sees Super Boo and Ultra Instinct Vegeta going at it. He calls up Kibito to see this, as well as Goku, but since Goku is soundly asleep, Kibito points out that energy feels similar to what angel attendants have, referring to it as state of the gods. Goku, now awoken by their babble, is asking what's wrong, and the second he sees into the crystal ball, he also gets the shivers down his spine. He asked the Kaioshin what that is if he has any clue, and he told Goku about the technique and how it's very hard to achieve it, let alone master it. Goku now gets it all and believes Vegeta can take on Boo, and he's not wrong. Back with Vegeta, he's easily dodging every punch and kick from Boo while using barely any energy. Boo is then infuriated, trying to intimidate Vegeta, which ends up working and he gets a gut punch straight through him. Vegeta knows Boo will regenerate, and that punch was just to prove the point to Boo that he has no possible chance against him. Returning to the moment, he fights on Boo for a good bit, all while Boo is getting his ass kicked and went through a few dozen regeneration cycles. Boo then decides to prove to Vegeta he's superior by trying to blast away Hercule, but then stops. Vegeta knows he's trying the fission again, and it turns out to be true as he spits out Good Boo and he starts transforming back to Kid Boo. The Kaioshin is getting worried now since it is Boo's first form. Vegeta can feel he's weaker than before, and with that they engage the fight yet again. Hercule comes to aid Good Boo as the other two are fighting. As Goku and the rest of them in the Kaioshin realm are watching on, observing Kid Boo's appearance and Vegeta's awesome power of Ultra Instinct. Vegeta is just fucking around with Boo, and Boo is getting triggered, firing a massive attack at Vegeta just like he did when he transformed in the original for Earth. Vegeta, being immensely more powerful, just cancels out the attack, literally nullifying it. Vegeta starts charging up a final flash while Boo, who is infuriated, is shooting ki lasers towards Vegeta. Vegeta is grazed by a few but keeps his shit together. Then Boo fires a massive wave at Vegeta. Vegeta starts riding the wave using the energy from his palm and then gets in front of Boo and fires it at full power. With that, Boo is gone, but Good Boo is now in danger as Vegeta threatens to kill him. But Hercule saves Good Boo. With that, Earth is saved and Gohan comes back, more powerful than ever. But what they're about to find out is that Beerus has awoken. Far at the end of the galaxy, Beerus has awoken and was asking for a Super Saiyan God. Whis, who was actually watching Vegeta ever since he showcased his powers, recommended the prince, saying he actually managed to unlock the Ultra Instinct and is able to use it at will. Beerus was thrilled, he just couldn't wait to fight him, so they went to Earth. On Earth, Bulma celebrated her 38th birthday and all was going like in the original. Just as Beerus was about to enter the solar system, King Kai warned Vegeta that the Hakaishin Beerus is coming to Earth and not to tamper him off and any of that. Vegeta remembers that name, and once Beerus comes, remembers the person as well. Vegeta was terrified just by looking at him. Bulma came along and invited the Hakaishin and attended for a chow, considering them guests and friends of Vegeta. Vegeta was mortified, but played along. Out of all idiots that managed to tamper Beerus, Boo just took it over the top with his pudding. That made Beerus mad, and so Vegeta had to step up. Him and Beerus had a stare down, and Whis just stood there eating his food and watched on. Vegeta first turned Super Saiyan and started attacking Beerus, but Beerus just dodged. Vegeta then went Super Saiyan 2 and attacked again, but to no avail. Vegeta was then slapped to the ground. Bulma slapped Beerus, and Vegeta went mad along with,
"What did you do to my Bulma?"
Vegeta proved a lot with his rage boost, but didn't do much as he even grazed Beerus.
"Alright, I'll give you my power. Now this is getting interesting. Let's see if it's true."
Vegeta closes his eyes as he taps in his Ultra Instinct. Beerus is now impressed and a bit scared. Vegeta attacked and landed a good punch on Beerus' face. They then took the fight in the air, and with that, their real fight began. Beerus was actually using most of his energy, as Vegeta used almost all of his power. Beerus knew Vegeta had more in him, so he powered up and started throwing him around and humiliating him basically. Vegeta is now having a hard time, so he powers up to full power and they continue on fighting. Vegeta is impressed by this point someone so strong exists in this universe. He then goes at Beerus with all his might and is making a dent on Beerus. But the Hakaishin isn't really using all his power at all. Beerus powers up further and throws Vegeta back in the dirt. Vegeta is losing his patience and energy, but doesn't let it get to his head, so he sharpens his focus on the battle, and with that, Vegeta is able to dodge. He then focuses his ki to the parts of his body he's attacking with, and that also makes a dent, but it makes Vegeta think too much and it's weakening him. So that leaves him in the dirt again. Vegeta is losing his Ultra Instinct power due to too much thinking. He instantly notices it and separates his consciousness from his body fully, and that powers him up quite a bit. Even though his attacks hold no damage, he can dodge the almighty Hakaishin. But even with all these tricks, he still can't hold a candle to Beerus, as Beerus powers up even higher to combat Vegeta's tricks. Vegeta is running out of ideas. He's giving up slightly. He just goes into the deepest of the form, trying to figure out how to power up and utilize his punches to the fullest. Beerus punches Vegeta into a corner.
"Is this all the prince has?"
Vegeta just stands there like a deer in headlights. Vegeta then decides to try something as he slowly rushes Beerus. Beerus prepares to block it, but he gets a gut punch anyway. Vegeta has started to tap into something only Whis recognizes and comments on it, saying, "He's mastering the Ultra Instinct. This is gonna be interesting." Goku is now starting to sense Vegeta's energy as he wonders what's going on. He instant transmissions to him and is instantly pushed away by the sheer pressure he's creating, before fainting from the power he's creating. Gohan catches his father as he's falling from the sky. Back with Vegeta, he powers up and everyone senses the insane change and they're getting weaker from the power Vegeta is outputting. His hair glows white as his aura violently explodes. Once the aura clears up, Vegeta is nowhere to be seen. As Beerus is looking on, Vegeta senses him behind himself. But the second he turns around, he gets punched in the head, then kicked in the gut, making him fly a mile away. Vegeta catches up and throws a point-blank Gallic gun, almost killing Beerus. Whis is impressed in the Saiyan and picks up the tuckered out Beerus. Vegeta lands softly back on a boat and looks on his power. "Vegeta, I must say I'm impressed. I would like you to come with me so you can hone your Ultra Instinct better. Your power is surely formidable, but you need to learn to control it." Vegeta looks at Whis and realizes he isn't just an attendant, rather a teacher of sorts. Vegeta is too frozen to say anything, but Goku asks if he can go too. Whis just says yes. Vegeta drops down and honorably accepts, while Goku just wants to see how powerful Whis is. Whis accepts the two Saiyans as his students, and with that, they depart. Beerus, now healed, wakes up halfway home and compliments the Saiyan. But during that period of time, two low-power Frieza Force soldiers seek for the Dragon Balls and wish for Frieza to be brought back to life. Goku and Vegeta are training on Beerus' planet while the Kitty Cat is healing and sleeping. Vegeta can now access Master Ultra Instinct at will and fully utilize it. Goku, on the other hand, also experienced Ultra Instinct himself. The most important thing about the training is for them to manage to utilize God Ki and get them to be Super Saiyan gods. They have indeed managed that, and Vegeta is even working on a trick of his own. However, he's not ready for it. Goku is working on his own tricks now when he's mastering Super Saiyan Blue. Meanwhile, Frieza has been training for quite a while now, ever since he was revived. Goku and Vegeta have been training for about 10 months now, and Frieza finished his 4 months of training, and he rushes to Earth as soon as he attained his golden form. With that, the whole Frieza army was on Earth in about an hour, and the Z fighters sensed the terrifying power of Frieza's. From here, everything goes as in the original until the point Gohan almost dies when powering up to Super Saiyan to let Goku sense him. Goku and Vegeta instant transmission to him and treat Gohan before anything. With that, they begin their fight. Goku is first, of course, and he shows his Super Saiyan Blue and starts fighting Frieza, just like in the original, until the point he drops his guard and gets hit by a beam. Goku is fading fast and goes unconscious. In his mind, he's in some sort of a limbo, talking to himself.
What is this? Am I dead? No, I would already met King Yama. Time to pull out the big guns. My family and this planet is at stake here.
Goku's aura explodes as he achieves Ultra Instinct, but is still in great pain. Goku goes and attacks Frieza, but it doesn't do much damage. But he can dodge Frieza like he's nothing because it's Ultra Instinct. Frieza's form is fading fast and is getting weaker, but so is Goku. Goku's Ultra Instinct is fading since he's fading away with it, before finally dropping on the ground and lying motionless. Vegeta now has to step in. He calls up Krillin to give Goku a sensu, and he does so, reanimating Goku. Vegeta whips out his Super Saiyan Blue, knowing Frieza is much weaker than him, and he lays a few punches on him, making him go out of his golden form. He goes in to defeat him, but Frieza is planning to take Earth away with himself if it needs be. With that, Earth is gone, and well, you know what's gonna happen next. Whis uses his staff to reverse time by 3 minutes. Goku now has a chance to defeat Frieza. He powers up a massive Kamehameha along with Super Saiyan Blue and throws it at Frieza, sending him back to his hell. With that, Goku saves the Earth and Vegeta is just jealous, like in the original. With that, Goku and Vegeta go back to training with Whis on Beerus' planet. After a while, during training, someone visits Beerus' world. They guess it's Fat Beerus and Female Whis, before Champa introduces himself and his attendant. They try out their foods, and when Champa realized Earth food is truly amazing, he proposes a tournament, to which Beerus and the Saiyans agree. With that, they go to find the warriors for the tournament. Beerus goes for Monaka. Goku and Vegeta are already in and appoint Piccolo and Buu while they're at it. With that, we have the Universe 7 team ready to rumble. Goku tests Monaka to see his power and punches him. He's lucky he didn't die though. They go to an unnamed planet and see Champa stuffing himself. With that, they meet Kaba, a Saiyan from Universe 6, a supposedly good cum-stained lizard, Japanese Winnie the Pooh, steamy robot, and an assassin. During the written exam, Buu fell asleep, and so it rests on the Saiyans, a Namekian, and the mailman. Goku and Botamo's fight starts, and it's like in the original. So does Frost fight. Piccolo is up next and gets poisoned too. Jaco finds out he's poisoning his opponents, and it turns out to be true. But Vegeta isn't backing away that challenge, saying this is the time to get back at Goku for killing Frieza back then. Vegeta jumps in and they begin, beating him just like in the original. Magetta is up next and is also beaten similarly to the original. Vegeta and Kaba step up and the teacher-student bond happens. Universe 6 is down to only one warrior, and that is Hit. Hit uses his time skip to mess with Vegeta. Vegeta turns Super Saiyan, but to no avail. Vegeta then goes Super Saiyan 2, and that doesn't work either. He realizes he needs to go all out on him, so he turns into Super Saiyan Blue, and even in the Super Saiyan Blue, he doesn't stand a chance. Vegeta then calms down, drops down from Super Saiyan Blue, and then uses his Ultra Instinct against Hit. Vegeta has activated his Ultra Instinct once more to face against Hit. Hit stands no chance now. Vegeta is just casually dodging every punch Hit throws at him. Even time skip doesn't work as Vegeta simply dodges the blow. Vegeta then disappears and reappears next to him, elbowing him right in his jaw, making him fly outside of the battleground boundaries. Vegeta won for all of them and they were about to go celebrate, but Zeno appeared and was mad because he wasn't invited and all that. Goku does his usual Gokuing and manages to make Zeno his friend while the gods look on in horror, seeing a mortal Saiyan with the king of all. Zeno and Goku agree on a big tournament in the future, and with that, Zeno disappears. Goku doesn't get on the onset delayed ki disorder in the tournament because he hasn't used his Kaioken at all. However, in an alternate timeline, we see Trunks running from something which is causing destruction of all over the place. Trunks then hides along with future Bulma. Just as they're about to depart into the past, someone barges in and kills Bulma. Trunks does the best he can to escape, and he does. He meets up with future Mai and they rest up. Once they've caught their breath, they go to Capsule Corp, but that someone isn't letting them escape. Mai suggests to be the decoy, but before she can be useful, she's seemingly killed. Trunks is now pissed as fuck and rushes the one he calls Black. They fight for a bit and then Trunks manages to escape into Capsule Corp and fire up the machine. Black noticed him in it and tried to attack him, but he's gone. Back in the present, we see Goku being forced to farm by Chi-Chi as he calls up Piccolo to harvest and all. Back at Capsule Corp, the time machine appears as its future Trunks. Present Trunks is weirded out by this and Bulma went to look for something the second she saw him. She called Goku, who escaped the field, to train with Whis using the communicator, and they get there. Trunks is completely confused as to who this other Trunks is. Future Trunks gets a sensu and with that he attacks Goku for no obvious reason. He then apologizes and gets to the story. He talks about how there's a person that is staring down the planet and to top it all off, he looks just like Goku apparently. That was quickly backed up when Goku Black enters the present timeline through a rift. Goku immediately went to him to fight him of course. This part goes in as in the original, so the time machine is destroyed. Vegeta is just like what the hell and wants to take him on himself. Goku thinks the same. All while that's happening, Beerus and Whis have noticed the time ring on his index finger. They then tell everyone how time travel is a forbidden action and how they can get destroyed for tampering with time, as it's only allowed for time to flow in one direction. But Beerus says he can forgive if he can get some good food, and so he gets those sausages. Bulma then remembers the old time machine and goes to find it so she can repair it. All while that's happening, Trunks decides to fight Goku to see how he stands against him, and so Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 and fights Trunks for a bit before knocking him out. Goku and Vegeta then go to train for a bit so they can have a better chance against Black. The time machine is done and they go in the future. In an alternate timeline, they go and feed the survivals and all that, as well as Mai, and they then go and announce their return. Black is there instantaneously. Vegeta then goes Super Saiyan Blue and rushes Black. He's having a bit of trouble at first but then knocks Vegeta down. He then transforms into his own version of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan called Super Saiyan Rose. But before he can dispose of the prince, Zamasu arrives, saying he should be the one taking at least one of them. Black is triggered but agrees to fight Vegeta while Zamasu is gonna take on Goku. Back in the present timeline, Beerus and Whis decide to investigate Black's appearance back then as well as the time ring. They go to Universe 10 and consult with Gowasu as well as Zamasu. They figure out Zamasu has weird intentions but can't connect the dots that easily. Back with the Saiyans in the future, they are having trouble in their Super Saiyan Blue forms and they then pull out the big guns. Vegeta whips out his Ultra Instinct as well as Goku, who has figured out how to access it at will, and they rush at them. Vegeta knocks out Black and kills him in a matter of minutes, much to Trunks' confusion. However, Zamasu is a bit harder to take down as he wished himself to be an immortal. It takes a while and Zamasu is getting frustrated. He starts launching ki attacks at Goku, but Goku has to finish it quick, so he starts preparing a massive Kamehameha, gets under Zamasu and fires the wave at him, seemingly disintegrating him. However, that's not the end as Zamasu starts to spread throughout the entire universe. They have no chance now, no matter how hard they try. Goku then remembers the Zeno button he got from Zeno a while back and presses it to summon Zeno to his location. With Zeno there, they ask of him to destroy Zamasu, and destroy he did. They manage to return to the present just in time. With that, Future Trunks goes into a similar timeline and Zamasu is destroyed by Beerus too, once they put the pieces together. Goku wants to train, but Chi-Chi is keeping him busy with a normal job. He realizes he's getting softer and then goes to train after payday. He wonders about the tournament Zeno is supposed to hold and Beerus is annoyed because of Goku's foolish nature. Goku presses the Zeno button and goes to Zeno's palace, since there's two of them now, asking about the tournament. The two jelly bean looking kids get all happy and start organizing it with Daishinkan. Goku, happy as fuck, goes back and gets a smack on the head by Beerus. They then go to Kaioshin realm, and once they do, Daishinkan arrives and explains the rules for the Tournament of Power. They're all really scared now when they heard eliminated universes are getting erased from existence. But first, the Zeno Expo is happening and Goku, Gohan and Buu go out to battle the Trio of Danger. They pretty much do the same as in the original, nothing too special here. Toppo fights Goku and Toppo gets a rough estimate of Goku's power, saying Jiren will put his ass on the ground. With that, Universe 7 is victorious and they go search for contestants. There's only one problem. Vegeta is not going, he has a kid on the way. But Whis fixes that very quickly using his staff to warp time, delivering newborn Ashalot. Because Vegeta discussed the name with Bulma and so Vegeta won that battle against Bulma. It was his turn to name a baby anyway. With that nuisance out of the way, Vegeta is in. Now for the rest of the warriors. They pretty much appoint everyone as in the original, even Frieza, and the whole fight with the assassins happens. With that, the 10 warriors are ready to rumble. They get to the tournament arena and they wait there. Goku meets the rest of the Universe 6 Saiyan lineup, but gets brushed off by Caulifla. And then the main course comes as it's Universe 11 and they are nettled. Goku goes to greet him, but Jiren gets behind Goku, advising him to go away if he values his life. With that, the ring is repaired and the tournament starts. Goku splits from the team, and many others also say fuck you to Gohan and his strategies and go on their own. The fights go as in the original until they eliminate Universe 9 and realize Universe 9 got erased for real. That got them in a bit more serious mindset then and there. In the first 5 minutes, most of the competitors from various universes were eliminated. Goku and Caulifla start fighting and Kale is just standing there feeling like shit as she goes berserk at Goku, knocking various other competitors out as well. Goku pushes all the way to Super Saiyan Blue and even then he's easily overpowered. Goku then goes Ultra Instinct and disposes of Kale, telling Caulifla to make Kale take control of that power as she's pretty much on par with him. Jiren was relieved of the trouble but also interested in that power up. Goku is now about to take on Jiren, but Toppo interferes, giving them time to retreat while the other Pride Troopers fight Goku. Goku decides to not strain himself with Ultra Instinct and just takes them on in Super Saiyan. Meanwhile, Vegeta is manhandling Brienne. He's very disappointed in the form as to how it looks, but likes the display of power. Back with Goku, he's now trying to get to Jiren, using whatnot to get some kind of advantage, but to no avail. Even with his Super Saiyan Blue and Kaioken times 20 combo, he stands no chance. So he goes into his Ultra Instinct and displays the power gods are amazed by. However, Vegeta isn't too proud of that as he knows he can use it for long as he just acquired it. Jiren, even though he's getting a bit sweaty, decides to end it in one blow and so Goku is down. Vegeta now steps in and goes Ultra Instinct to test his power and gets similar treatment before finally going Mastered Ultra Instinct, and with that goes and attacks Jiren. His great power startles Jiren and he uses all of his power, but they're seemingly equal. Jiren is intimidated and holds his rant about his past, and Vegeta holds a speech how he has a family, waiting for him back on Earth, how he has friends to protect and family to cherish. Jiren gets triggered and fires a giant blast at the bleachers. Vegeta goes ballistic. Meanwhile, Goku's taking on Caulifla and Kale. He's pushed to Super Saiyan God, and of course, they fuse into Kefla. Goku knows he doesn't stand a chance due to rapid power-ups from a fusion, so he goes straight to Ultra Instinct and picks them apart like in the original. Goku then takes on Toppo to settle the weird rivalry. Vegeta has gone ballistic and powers up further than mastered Ultra Instinct, transforming into something even greater than that. His eyes are much more defined and are bluish instead of silver. The aura takes a slight blue tint with blue aura flares. He calls it Royal Instinct, while in theory is just essentially beyond Master Ultra Instinct. He teleports behind Jiren, just like Jiren did to Goku before the tournament, and kicked him high in the air. Then teleports above him, giving him a hard sledgehammer away from the arena, eliminating him. With that, there's only a few participants left to defeat, and with that, they win the tournament. They wish for all the universes to be restored and leave the tournament grounds. Frieza is also revived on Beerus' request. With Beerus' request to revive Frieza for helping the universe win the Tournament of Power, he's free to do his tyranny. With that, he goes to look for strong warriors across the universe. Chilai and Lemo come across a planetoid called Vampa, and they register a high power level on it, asking themselves how can a planetoid like this host such a powerful entity. They landed on it and Paragus ran towards them, being happy they're being saved. They noticed he's a Saiyan and they asked him if he's the only one here. And then a monster came from behind and Paragus called for Broly to defeat it. Broly did it with ease and the duo decided to take the Saiyans with them. Once they got the Saiyans to Frieza, he awarded the duo and appointed the Saiyans to fight Goku and Vegeta. The Force then asks what does he wish for with the Dragon Balls, and Frieza replies to grow 5 centimeters after a while. Back on Earth, Goku and Vegeta are training for fun, and Beerus is too concerned for his position as a god of destruction, and asks them if they're training to become next gods of destruction. While Goku brushes off Beerus, Vegeta says he might, tampering Beerus off, almost challenging him to a fight. All of a sudden, Trunks calls Bulma and gives her info about the stolen Dragon Balls and the radar. They all share stern looks and then tell Trunks to be on guard. Bulma then tells them she knows where the last Dragon Ball is and they go for it. They get there and see low-class Frieza Force soldiers trying to find it. They recognize them and hide in their ship. Frieza then comes over with his newly found Saiyans and they have a small conversation before Paragus commands Broly to attack Prince Vegeta. Broly goes nuts because he thinks Vegeta is the true enemy. Meanwhile, he's being used as a weapon for his shitty revenge. The fight ensues and it goes like in the original. Broly pushes Vegeta to Super Saiyan God and he transforms himself into Ikari form. With the new form, he goes and attacks Vegeta. Vegeta realizes that this form is very similar to the Great Ape by the key signature, to which Paragus claims true to Frieza. They fight on for a good bit, but then Goku interrupts, saying he can't wait, taking off his coat and getting in a stance. The interruption angers Broly big time and then attacks Goku, dominating him in the process. That domination doesn't last very long as Goku goes Super Saiyan God and starts overpowering Broly. However, that doesn't last very long either as Goku finds himself in the dirt again. Broly is pissed at this point and powers up. Goku does the same, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue, and with that, the fight continues. Goku is handling Broly relatively easily. Paragus thinks this is the furthest Broly can go, and Frieza then does what he did to Krillin way back to Paragus. He kills Paragus and does his professional acting. Broly, who was overly pissed already, loses what's left of his cool completely and goes full insane mode, transforming into a Super Saiyan. Goku can't even make a dent now and is fully dominated. Vegeta realizes Goku won't be able to beat Broly on his own, so he joins in too. However, 2 Super Saiyan Blues still can't hold a candle to Broly's newfound power. They know they have to end this madness. However, the odds were in their favor as Broly turns to Frieza and attacks him. Frieza tries to talk his way out, but to no avail as Broly lost his cool a long time ago and isn't listening whatsoever. Frieza then goes to his golden form, but proves no match either way as he continues on being pummeled. Saiyans have caught their breath and they decide they can't keep this up for long as the entire Earth is at danger. Vegeta then reveals his Ultra Instinct once again as he tells Goku to stand down unless he wants another beating. Vegeta then goes to aid Frieza, much to his disapproval of Monkey help. Broly is now genuinely pissed as fuck and rushes Vegeta. However, Vegeta is just dodging the attacks. Broly is a bit scared now, but lets his rage take over again and continues his rampage, with no luck as Vegeta puts him down. Broly finds himself in the ground again, but that doesn't stop him as he's on Vegeta again. Vegeta decides to end it right then and there as he goes Mastered Ultra Instinct and with a simple tap on the neck, knocks out Broly cold. As he falls to the ground, Vegeta catches him and takes him to Bulma. Chila and Lemo are hiding from Frieza as he goes and searches for them to give him a piece of his mind. He goes and attempts to kill him too, but Vegeta steps in again with a cold "nuh-uh." Frieza gone from the face of Earth, they return to Capsule Corp where they left Beerus with Ashalot, and Beerus first chews him off for babysitting their baby, but Vegeta responds how that's the only useful thing for him to do while they fought a powerful opponent. Broly wakes up and sees Vegeta ranting to Beerus. He gets mad, but Goku confronts him, saying they're not enemies. Broly, despite raging hard, listens to Goku and calms down to pay attention. Goku then explains how they had no choice but to knock him out because he was rampaging throughout Earth. He also sees Chila and Lemo, who were sitting there and watching on. Beerus comes over too and compliments Broly's power. Goku then proposes for them to stay on Earth since Frieza ditched them for good, and also proposes to Broly how his potential is wasted from the rage and how he will train him. To which whis jokingly replies that he's not finished with him yet as he has a lot to learn himself. With that, Broly is not on Vampa anymore and the three former Frieza associates are stationed at Capsule Corp, and the moment you've been waiting for, Chilai takes a strong liking towards Broly, even though he doesn't understand the whole love thing. With the former Frieza Force associates being accepted into the Z Fighters, they get a temporary home at Bulma's house courtesy of Vegeta, who claims he has no use for all the rooms he has as he'd be glad to accept new residents. Broly has been trained by Goku and Vegeta to gain better control of his emotions. Now that he can better control his rage, he can also control his Super Saiyan and has tapped into Legendary Super Saiyan once, but quit as he noticed he was losing control. Goku and Vegeta also got stronger along the way during all that training. It looked like peace was going to last, however troubles aren't over just yet as Bulma comes rushing to Vegeta, Goku and Broly, who are training in a gravity room, telling them someone is trying to kidnap Buu and they have to rush to save him. They waste no time as they use Goku's instant transmission to get to them. Broly looks on the kidnappers and gets mad, however that results in all three of them to be stunned unconscious and taken along. Once they all wake up, they find themselves on a strange ship, confronted by Jocko, then Beerus, who explains that someone very dangerous has escaped the galactic prison and they needed assistance of the Grand Supreme Kai, who is within Buu. They decide to tag along. With that cooperation in effect, they get the Galactic Patrol insignia on their clothing. Knowing Moro is now on New Namek and Buu isn't awake yet, Goku and Vegeta take the responsibility to take on Moro with their own hands. Once they arrive on New Namek, they see Moro and they begin to fight him. Vegeta attacks first, not making a single dent on Moro, until he turns into a Super Saiyan God and starts trashing Moro. Moro, now done with the Saiyan, readies his magic powers and uses the planet's power to counter Vegeta's attacks. Vegeta easily overpowers those attacks and is sure in himself he'll win. However, Moro explains he can use the planet's energy until there's nothing left. Both Goku and Vegeta are running out of energy fast as Moro continues to take it for himself. Vegeta knows he has to end it quickly, so for his last stand, he unleashes his Ultra Instinct power and rushes Moro, and even though Moro has protected himself with the planet's energy, he still manages to go through and land a really good punch on Moro. But his energy is swiftly dropped down to almost zero, making him and Goku fall unconscious. However, Buu wakes up and is fully alert. He sees Moro and gets angry that very instant. The squad soon realizes Buu doesn't get that energy drain they had. Just as Boo was about to finish Moro, Vegeta stepped up in his mastered Ultra Instinct since he's now healed. But before anything, Porunga has been summoned and Cranberry is stating his wishes. Just as Cranberry started to state Moro's wish, Goku appeared in front of him with his Ultra Instinct and he kills him right on the spot, leaving Moro from the trouble. Vegeta, now at peace the wish was never made, goes and attacks Moro, leaving him weaker and weaker by every blow. Now with that, Vegeta powers up and launches a final flash in Moro, and Moro tries to put up a struggle but to no avail as his stolen energy and himself were vaporized from the living world. Now they think it's over, but a portal opens as 3 people exit from it. We see it's 7-3, Yunba, and Shimorika. They mention that they noticed Moro is dead and so will they be in a few short minutes. That proves completely wrong with both Goku and Vegeta at them in minutes. Vegeta takes on 7-3 while Goku takes care of the rest. 7-3 manages to copy Vegeta's techniques and so he goes on a par with Vegeta even though Vegeta is in mastered Ultra Instinct. With a whole lot of clashes and punches being thrown, Vegeta overpowers 7-3 as he's too weak to continue. He's then disposed of using a point-blank Gallic gun. With that out of the way, Goku also took care of the other 2, but now they're worried about the other escaped prisoners. However, Jaka replies they're easily handled, but despite that, they're there to help the cause. With that, the prison is up and functioning again as it should. Goku and Vegeta depart home using Goku's instant transmission. On Earth, their respective wives are chewing them off for being out so long, but they reply how they had no problem staying on Beerus' world. Trunks and Mai enter the present timeline, seeking for Goku and Vegeta so they can train him. The next scene now shows the 3 Saiyans training with Whis. Shin and Old Kai are also there. Mai then comes scared saying Trunks is missing and the Saiyans confirm it by being unable to sense him. Just then, someone appears behind Mai and he introduces himself as Fu. Now Fu explains that Trunks has indeed been kidnapped and is on a prison planet, opening a portal to let them through. At first they're suspicious about Fu's motives, but then realize Goku and Vegeta are practically invincible. As they arrive on the prison planet, Fu is attacked by Super Saiyan 4 Xenogoku, and well, Goku thinks the other Goku is the villain, so he attacks Xenogoku. When they finally found their cool, they figured out that Fu was actually the real enemy, and so they teamed up. Trunks wakes up in a cell and as soon as he woke up, Cooler barges in asking for a Dragon Ball, but Trunks is just as confused as he is intrigued. Meanwhile, Fu and his pet Cumber watch on the fight. Back with the group, Xenogoku disappears and tries and find Fu somewhere on a planet. Vegeta and Broly are infuriated at this point, but then they feel a very powerful energy just behind them as we see it's Cumber, still in his reins. Goku attacks Cumber and becomes corrupted, so Vegeta has to step in as Broly deals with Goku. Cooler feels left out not having enough screen time as he goes golden and then attacks both Goku and Broly. Now he put Goku down but Broly is much more of a challenge. They know shit is getting real cause Goku is down and Mai whips out the Patara earrings, but they're of no use as Goku is down cold. Vegeta knows shit is getting crazy, so he decides to fuse with Broly out of all people, forming Veroli. I know, weird name, don't worry about it. Having the mentality of Vegeta and the power of Broly, it's a perfect mix of the true potential as even Trunks managed to sense it, getting to the scene. Since Veroli is now under perfect control of it, he uses it to good advantage as he uses Super Saiyan Blue and rushes Cumber as he receives a whole lot of punches from them. Cumber loses his shit and forms a power ball, launching it in the sky and becoming a golden great ape. He fires a blast at Broly but he easily dodges. At this point Vegeta would unfuse, but I have reasons, don't worry about it. Veroli gets behind now blonde furry Cumber and tries to remove his tail by cutting it. Cumber tries to slap them away with his tail, but Veroli easily catches it and starts spinning Cumber around his axis, pissing the hell out of the evil Saiyan. Just then, Veroli unfuses and becomes Vegeta and Broly again. Cumber sees the two and starts raping them all across the planet. Meanwhile, Fu is about to jerk off to how interesting it is. They appear to break the barrier of the planets, and so Fu recognizes it and comes over, telling Cumber to chill the hell out. But Cumber doesn't do that. Fu then powers up and slices Cumber with his blade. With that, the fight continues. All of a sudden, just as Xeno, Goku, and Vegeta were about to fuse, a bright light appeared as Goku regained consciousness and he went Ultra Instinct and plans to end it with one punch. He evolves into MUI as he figured it out during training, and he walks towards Cumber. Cumber, pissed more than anything now, goes and attacks Goku, but in vain as Goku just casually kicks him in the mountain, making him go even madder than before, continuing his assault on Goku, but to no result. Goku knows Cumber isn't gonna give up that easily, so he powers up a Kamehameha which overwhelms Cumber, making him go unconscious. Just then, Fu Zamasu along with his accomplices comes and takes Cumber's tuckered out body before teleporting away. Goku is now stuck on a planet which might blow up in any second now, so he screams. After a short bit, they think of what the whole situation was until Fuwa arrives, telling them how their universe has been attacked by some people who started a war. Vegeta asks if he can be taken to Universe 6, and he is. Meanwhile, in Universe 6, the twins known as Orin and Kamin are bullying the Universe 6 Saiyans, Hid also included. The group then comes. They start battling, they're making good progress until Hearts does his thing with gravity, pinning everyone on the ground. Meanwhile, Fu Zamasu takes over and Hearts goes to Universe 11. And Cumber is about to face Jiren. In Universe 6, their battles have intensed and Jiren is also quite impressed in the evil Saiyan. Vegeta and Trunks then get transferred to Universe 11 and Orange follows, taking Vegeta's body and starts fighting Jiren. All the battles are intense, but then a bright light descends as we see it's Goku in Daishinkan's outfit. Daishinkan disappears and then Goku turns his attention to Hearts, but before he can do anything, he is attacked by Orin and Kamin, but they're easily dominated. They then fuse into Kamioren and Vegeta takes them on. Goku tries to fend off Hearts and Rax as they attack him. Goku's Master Ultra Instinct wears off as he turns into a Super Saiyan to attack him, but is found in the dirt again. The Universe Seed is nearly ready and they're introduced to someone else into the game, Meta Cooler. After a whole lot of troubles, they are led to Universe 7 where they have a confrontation with the core area warriors. Meta Cooler is winning over Rax, but Cumber joins in on the fun too and starts fighting Cooler. Kamioren is fused again and Universe Seed begins to react. Hearts uses his cubes and attacks Goku, who in retaliation uses Super Saiyan Blue and rushes him. Goku then powers up a Kamehameha and hits Hearts with it. Meanwhile, Kamioren is fighting Piccolo and 17, and they're having trouble. But then 17 goes and holds off Kamioren just in time for Piccolo to prepare his Makanko Sapo, making a hole in Kamioren. However, he heals up. Hearts is trying to toy with Goku as he has a slight advantage, knocking him to the ground unconscious. Hearts gives the power of the Universe Seed to Kamioren, making him gigantic. Meanwhile, we see Goku go in his Ultra Instinct yet again. Goku easily destroys Kamioren by destroying the gem on his chest. Just then, he gets exhausted and turns back to base. The fighters regroup as they start witnessing the horror they're all feared for. Hearts becomes perfect, and so the fighters begin to fight him. Goku and Vegeta both enter Master Ultra Instinct and attack Hearts. However, Hearts is really powerful and with little effort, he pushes Goku and Vegeta off of his tail. Despite best efforts, they just simply can't hold a candle to Hearts. Vegeta knows he won't be able to stand a chance in his current state, so he uses his Beyond Master Ultra Instinct and this seems to have made his mark. But what they don't notice is a big ass god meteor up in the sky. Hearts proposes them to join him in a conquest to kill Zeno, and he's met with an unsatisfactory answer, so he launches the meteor down to Earth. Goku and Vegeta fend it off and even Jiren comes to aid. Hearts puts more power into it and starts to push the trio away. Hit comes to help, but to no avail. Vegeta is now slowly giving up and is thinking what he accomplished in this universe and what he has left. In his thoughts, he snaps and he also explodes from the outside. Hearts is surprised and impressed at the power that came out. Vegeta appears to have a new form as he rushes through the meteor, disintegrating it and punching through his skull, destroying him indefinitely. Fu is completely breathless as Vegeta does it. He collapses on the ground in utter confusion as to what the actual fuck just happened. He asks too, and everyone points to Hearts, who has a hole from the front of his face through. Vegeta is even more confused and asks who did it, and everyone said he did it. He wanted to see what power did he generate in order to defeat Hearts with such ease. They blast Hearts' corpse away in a flash, destroying the Universe Seed as well. With that, the Universe Seed is gone and they only have one more enemy, Fu. Shin comes over helping to find Fu by teleporting them to him. Fu is surprised they managed to find him, and Vegeta, looking at Fu, rushes him in beyond Master Ultra Instinct, and with no way to see him, Vegeta punches through Fu, killing him. Now they're safe once more and they go rest for another time, while everyone returns to their timeline, except Trunks, who is smacked in the head by Cronoa for causing so much trouble in the past and appointing him to work with him. It's been quite a while and everyone's been chilling on Earth with future Trunks, who occasionally came to visit and chill. The conversation leads to the new form Vegeta displayed, and he still doesn't know how he did it, despite trying hard for the last month. Back at Zeno's palace, the two Zenos are causing quite a lot of suspicion towards the Daishinkan. They're not acting like kids anymore, and they don't talk to anyone but themselves, mind transmitting their own conversations. Daishinkan knows they're plotting something, and that something is not good, as he felt the effect of the disappearance of a Universe Seed and suspects something. Without causing suspicion, he leaves the palace. Back on Earth, as Broly is introduced to new food every second, Daishinkan arrives. The gods freak the hell out and question the god's arrival. Daishinkan asks for Vegeta to come along, as he has something to ask him. Vegeta is sweating bullets and fearing the worst, but complies. Daishinkan and Vegeta then depart. They reach the lookout and both Popo and Dende start sweating excessively too. Daishinkan asks to use the time chamber and the duo complies. They enter the chamber and Daishinkan breaks the silence.
Vegeta, I've seen your potential, and I might need it. What is it, sire?
Well, I am sensing something isn't right after the Universe Seed was destroyed. You might have felt it a little as a mortal, but a god such as myself have felt it hard. It might have influenced the Zenos quite a bit. They're not playful as they usually are, and they are mind communicating between each other. Every time I tried eavesdropping on them, they threatened to destroy me.
And you need me to do what exactly?
I want you to try and master the form you displayed about a month ago, Earth time. I saw it and I was impressed by it, as it surpassed Zeno big time, myself included. I need you to get a hold of it, just in case Zeno becomes corrupted again.
Wait, again?
It happened again to the previous Zeno. It's a long story to explain to a clueless person such as yourself. I'll talk to you soon, Vegeta. I can't stay any longer because the Omni King will become suspicious.
Alright, I'll do my best.
With that, Daishinkan leaves the chamber, leaving Vegeta in it. Vegeta wonders what just happened and lets it all sink in. Vegeta doesn't know the reason behind it, but knows he can't let the Daishinkan down, as it might be serious since Daishinkan himself came. Daishinkan visited the group on Earth and told Whis to join Vegeta, as he has something to tell him and to do them both a favor. Whis complies and goes to the chamber. It's been a week in the chamber now when Whis enters it and sees Vegeta meditating to see what triggered the incredible transformation. With that, Vegeta fills Whis in and they began training. Daishinkan arrives back at the palace and the Zenos have become even more weird, not even talking with their voices anymore, rather with voices that resemble an adult's voice. Daishinkan now definitely knows something is up and asks them whatever they're doing, he must know to make the right decision. Zenos replied that all he needs to know is to not interfere, otherwise he will lose what he has left of his powers. Daishinkan is visibly scared now, more scared than we've ever seen him before. Zenos then kick him out. Daishinkan knows only one place to be there, and that is Earth. Daishinkan arrives and the gods bow again.
This is no time for formalities, my dear deities. Something is very wrong, and I have to spill it out.
Everybody listens to the Daishinkan now.
Remember when you destroyed the Universe Seed? Well, us deities have felt the weird surge of energy from within. Right, Beerus? Shin?
Yes, Grand Minister.
That very energy corrupted the young kings. That's why I sent Vegeta to the chamber.
He possesses a very intriguing and powerful transformation, and all we know is that it surpasses both Zenos and me combined. How is that possible? I wish I knew. He knew how to tap into the God state for quite some time, but no one has ever gone further than Master Ultra Instinct. He went even beyond it, and then even further than that. All I know that its appearance is different depending on the user, but the power is the same. Some don't change appearance, some change fully. They know he has to be able to control it in order to defeat Zenos if they become fully corrupted. However, it's too late as the reality started ripping apart. Every universe is affected by this sudden rip in time and space. Daishinkan is now scared, speechless. He doesn't even respond to any questions they ask him. Zenos appear before them and start questioning the Daishinkan. Then can see he spilled the beans to the mortals who shouldn't be involved in this at all. In the time chamber, Vegeta and Whis are training hard, and even though Whis can't help much, he helps with the control. It's been quite some time in there, around a month or so, and they're making excellent progress. I see. The form is very unique. It needs anger, joy in a fight, sorry we displayed just now, and pleasure for combat. You turned all these into power, revealing something that was just a legend for billions of years. The Saiyan race truly is the best warrior race. No matter what the race has the best potential, now I realize what Daishinkan and Beerus meant when they said the ultimate potential. What I want you to do is to put all these emotions into one, and try to ascend. Just then, a rip in time-space continuum appeared, and Whis became scared and said, "Do it, Vegeta! Fast! It's starting!" Vegeta complies and goes to his Beyond Master Ultra Instinct, and then starts releasing those emotions in his head. He can relatively control them, and with that, he tries to ascend. The time rips have started to take shape as the form manifested. Vegeta appears see-through now, his hair is pearl silver, his eyes are blue, and Whis is nothing less but impressed. He feels the energy, and with that they exit the chamber since they know it already started. They exit through the same rip and they rush to Daishinkan and see Zeno basically torturing him. Vegeta interferes with the new form.
So, you came, you foolish mortal. Whatever your problem is, I won't let it destroy this universe.
And so the battle began. Zeno fused into one, getting a much more adult appearance, and so they began the fight. Vegeta handled fused Zeno very easily, and he was plenty bored since he has no challenge.
Just how did the universe seed influence you?
You're mistaken, mortal. I have been the Omni King for so long, and I am the rightful owner of that angel's essence of yours.
Angel's essence, huh? That's the name.
You foolish mortal. You got a hold of a power you can't use at all. You shall perish, and I will be the one with the ultimate power.
We'll see about that.
Their battle continued as their power was too much for the universe to handle. Both Whis and Daishinkan tried their best, but they were losing their grip on the universe. Zeno then started erasing the entire multiverse. The universe was shaking as it began to collapse, and Vegeta knew what he had to do. He can't hold back anymore. He summons a purple keyring that resembles a halo and contains energy of destruction. He fires it at Zeno and the ring shuts closed around him. The universe stopped shaking then, and the sphere containing Zeno started shrinking as the Zeno screamed for mercy. Zeno was then erased from existence. All of a sudden, both Daishinkan and Vegeta started glowing, with some kind of energy jumping in between them.
The deed is done, Vegeta. We have a new Omni King and a Grand Priest.
Mid-sentence, he witnesses Whis transforming into more of a Saiyan appearance.
Vegeta, you have become a Daishinkan now, my fellow accompanist.
Vegeta, being very confused, asks what he means, and Daishinkan, well, now Omni King, explains the one who was previously below him becomes Omni King, and that Omni King can choose the Daishinkan. Vegeta never knew of that and never wanted this outcome at all. Goku, like Goku, asks to train since they can train way over there. Vegeta jokingly says to obey him as he is now above all of them. With Vegeta as the Grand Priest now, the entire multiverse is at peace, and he has so much to learn from the new Omni King.